Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about how I record audio in the cockpit. Now this is my second version of this video. First version is like one of my most popular videos and definitely the most asked question I get on Instagram. Now first off, this setup is pretty extensive and is definitely overkill if you're just looking for a simple way to record your training flights or something like that. I'll go over what I think is a good setup for that towards the end of this video. This setup is more geared towards trying to do flight vlogs or creating content. So first, let's go over the cables. I have two of these cables that are plugged in by my headsets and they run down, underneath the carpet, up the back, in the headliner, and pop out next to my GoPro. These cables allow me to record audio to my action cameras. One of them is plugged into the medium mod, which is attached to my GoPro, which you have to be able to connect a 3.5mm jack to your GoPro. Now, the second one is where things get interesting. Previously, I only used to record audio to the forward-facing GoPro, meaning that I had to manually sync the audio from the rearward-facing one. That GoPro only records the aircraft noise, meaning that there is no audio to try to link it together. I would have to manually do it by clapping. And then line up my claps in post from the forward-facing GoPro and the rearward-facing GoPro, delete the rearward-facing GoPro's audio, and only use the forward-facing GoPro. And if I forgot to clap, well, then it became very difficult and took way too long to try to edit these videos. So I recently came up with the idea of using the Rode Wireless Go to wirelessly send that audio to the rearward-facing GoPro. This is neat and clean. I don't have cables running all over the cockpit, which is great, and it works perfectly. So I reached out to Jason at N-Flight and explained my situation and what I was trying to do, and he was kind enough to send out a second cable, which I plugged in and ran just like the first cable, and I took the transmitter of the Wireless Go and mounted it on the cold shoe mount that is on the GoPro Media Mod. Plugged in the second cable, then I bought a cold shoe adapter and velcroed that to the side of my DJI action cam that faces rearward. Put in the receiver, plug that in using DJI's 3.5mm adapter, and boom, it worked. And I was stoked because that solved all of my problems. Now, the one downside to this setup is that it's a lot to make sure is running and turned on. What I usually do is leave the Rode Wireless Go's running and just turn the GoPros on and off as needed. The cameras are mounted using in-flight ball mount, and these are solid mounts. I don't have to worry about the cameras getting bumped, the angle being changed, any of that. Tying it down, leave it alone, hit play, and I know it's the right angle every time. I have one other cable, and this is the cable I use to record audio to my phone for Instagram stories or Snapchat or whatever you want to record audio to your phone for. This cable is different than the other cable used to record audio to the cameras. It's a different cable. I don't want to get into details as to why. It looks the same, but it's different. You just got to buy this cable. Now, that is definitely a lot to set up and to have just to record your flights. Like I said earlier, if you're looking to record your training flights, don't go through all of this because most of the time you're probably going to be in a different helicopter or you can't like leave all this stuff set up for your next training flight. What I would recommend doing there is buy one of those audio cables for the cameras and get like a suction cup mount and one GoPro and set it up behind you facing forward so you can see out the window or out the windscreen and your controls, and then just be able to go back and watch those later or post them, whatever you want to do with them. You don't need to have a camera facing backwards. You don't need to have wirelessly audio to the second camera. It's overkill if you're just trying to record your flights. Huge thank you to N-Flight and the crew over there for sending me out that second audio cable. They make some awesome products for recording your flights and recording audio in the cockpit. Be sure to check them out. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions about my setup, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon for more flying adventures. Yeah, I think that's it. This is the first video I actually wrote out a script for, and I think it went pretty well. Anyways, see you guys in the next one.